Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wet Shaving with Angelo. I'm Angelo, and today's gonna be a good day and a good shave. And this shave I'm going to be doing, I'm dedicating to my grandfather, who I just talked to on the phone yesterday. I was telling him about my Wet Shaving with Angelo channel, and he seemed interested. So, Granddad, if you're watching, this shave's for you. So now, what I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using my trusty Phoenix Arson accoutrements, the Atomic Rocket synthetic brush 26mm knot. For the razor of choice, since I'm dedicating this to my grandfather, I'm going to be using one of the safety razors he gifted me. A 1948 to 1950 era Gillette Super Speed. Great razor. As in one of my earlier videos, as you may recalled, I recommended this razor highly. The 40 style Super Speed for a beginner, as it's an excellent razor. And the blade of choice I'm using in my 40 style Super Speed, it's a new blade to me. It's Zaza super stainless blade. I bought it from PAA a few days ago. It came with my order. Never used the Zaza blades before, so I'm going to try them out for the first time today and see how they shave. The soap of choice from Phoenix Arson Accoutrements, Gondolier. I would say this is their signature scent. One of their top sellers for 5 years now. And it's definitely got a classic old world Italian scent. The scent notes of Gondolier is bergamot, rose, jasmine, oak moss, coumarin, citronella, juniper, and cedar. And to top it off for the aftershave, instead of using my matching Gondolier aftershave I decided, in dedication to both my granddad and to my father, who's no longer with us sadly, I'd use an aftershave my father used back in the day. Grey Flannel. My father loved this fragrance. This is the modern stuff that I was able to buy off of eBay for like $12 or $13, free shipping. 4-ounce bottle of aftershave. The scent notes of Grey Flannel are as follows. Top notes are violet, lemon, orange, bergamot, petite grain, and galbanum. Mid notes are clary, sage, rose, geranium, and fern, and base notes are oak moss, sandalwood, cedarwood, tonka, and musk. So I thought I'd mix and match, and they seem to have roughly the same scent notes of each other. So let's get down to business and start shaving. I already had my shower done, and I'm gonna wet the face and get the lather and start with the first pass. And for those curious, the soap I'm using of the PAA Gondolier, it's the Crown King formula, not the CK6 formula. Both are excellent formulas. So how's everybody doing out there today? Having any good shaves or any good things happening to you lately? Talk about it in the comments. Getting my stubble nice and wet, just to get it softer and softer. Now I'm going to wet the brush, and the Atomic Rocket synthetic shave brush, I will say, for $15 you can't go wrong with it. You can buy it from Phoenix's website. I will post Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements website in the description of the video. So if you're new to PAA and you're curious about it, you can give it a look. Because Douglas Smythe, the owner of PAA, and Francis Tao, both co-owners of PAA, both are excellent workers at making great products. And the soap is just super easy to lather. Like, look at that. If only you could smell. Like classic Italian scent. That's why they named it a Gondolier. And you can really, for those that have used this, you know why this has been PAA's top seller for over 5 years now. Because it's that damn good. Okay, gonna rinse off my fingers so we don't have any problems dropping a razor, because that would be tragic. Dry them off. And this will be my first, like I said, this will be my first shave with a Zaza Super Stainless Blade. And the Zaza brand of blades has been around since 1917, and it's made in Turkey. So let's see how it shaves. So far, I'm liking it. It's comfortable. Shaves right. It does shave close, but not too vicious. It's not too aggressive. Very nice. And I bought these Zaza blades from the same website I bought the soap and brush from Phoenix Shaving, or Phoenix Harrison Accoutrements, as I ever called it. So far, it's a comfortable shave. And for those wondering, I have 24 hours, roughly 24 hours worth of stubble I'm shaving off. And of all my vintage Gillette razors, the 4850, the 1948, the 450 Gillette Super Speed that my grandfather so kindly gave me is definitely on top of the list. It's efficient, it's comfortable, it gets the job done, and it's just a piece of family history. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the razor that either my grandfather or my great grandfather shaved with back in the day. So it's a family relic of sorts, or family heirloom, I should say. And I should mention, in the Facebook group Rich Man Shaving that I'm part of, from September 23rd to September 29th is going to be Shark Week, where they're encouraging all the members of that group to use Shark double-edged blades in their shaves, in their SOTDs, or Shave of the Days photos and videos. And I'm going to be using Shark brand blades for the whole week. So next video you see, if I do it next week, you'll definitely see me using some sort of Shark brand blade. So that was the first pass with the grain. Going to go re-wet the face and lather up and go across the grain for the second of 3 passes. But yeah, if you're looking for a really good shave brush that won't break the bank and give you longevity and great use, so long as you take care of it, obviously, go and look into I would recommend the Atomic Rocket by PAA, which is what I'm using. I've had this now for about a year or so, and it still delivers still makes an excellent lather. It's a lathering machine almost. For $15, you can't go wrong. You know, especially if you're on a budget and you want a shave brush that's going to last you, but not cost you an arm and a leg. And I've never had problems with shedding with this brush. But then with all my synthetic brushes, or almost all my synthetic brushes, I've never had problems with shedding. Or if there was, it was only one or two hairs breaking off out of so many. Like with synthetic, shedding is almost non-existent. Whereas badger, boar, or horse hair, that is a common thing. Brushes, that is. Okay, nice even coating there. Just gonna dry off my hands and go for the second pass across the grain. Just cutting through the stubble like butter. But yeah, for those curious about investing in a 40 style Super Speed, like I said in a previous video, you can easily find plenty of 40 style Super Speeds up for purchase on eBay. And they generally run, depending on condition, depending on seller's price, but normally they run about $15 to $30. Not a bad price for a vintage razor that's at least, let's see here, 5, 6, that's at least 70 or more years old. That's, or at the very least 60 to 70 years old, depending on the year it was made. Which for the late 40s style Super Speed, this one here, I would guess any time between July 1947, when they started introducing this style razor, up until 1950. Because in 1951 they started introducing date codes for their razors, and this does not have a date code on it. And it has the notches on the sides of the T-bar, so I know it's late 40s to 50. But this is an excellent shaver. And the blade is fantastic so far. I'm not having any problems with the Zaza blade. At least in this razor, but the Zaza blade is really phenomenal. If you have any experience if any of you have an experience using Zaza double-edged blades, comment below what your experience was with them. So far, I'm very impressed with this blade. I'm going to re-wet the face, lather up, and do the third and final pass against the grain. And the second pass really knocked down a whole ton of stubble. First pass to the dogs knocked a lot of stubble. Second pass, there's very little stubble left. Let's see what the third pass does when I relight her and go against the grain for that baby butt smooth shave. Or at least a damn fine shave. Whichever one I get. Either one would work well. I love the scent Gondolier by PAA. I bought this soap. This particular model of soap I bought a few days ago, but I bought it as a replacement for a previous model of PAA's Gondolier because I had an older model of that soap that I used up quite a bit, and it was time to replace it with the new soap, as I was running out of product on that one. Now we go against the grain. I should say, as far as the news lately in the family, my mom's been retired now for a little over 2 weeks. And she's in 2 or 3 weeks now, and she's really enjoying it. She's really enjoying her retirement. She's getting things done that she wants to get done. She's going places, and she's doing really good. And actually, she's feeling a lot less stressed than she was when she was working at the office. You know, it was like as soon as she retired, within a day or two, the stress that she felt that she had to go back to work the next day disappeared. And she's sleeping better, sleeping longer, which is always good to get your sleep in. She's just feeling better overall. And actually, last month I took her to see Rocky Horror Picture Show with me as a celebration of her retirement. And many of the cast and crew members know I talk about her very well. And they came up to us and they said, "Oh, you're the mom. We've heard such good things about you." Really made her night. Well, this is just an excellent shave. I'm not seeing any blood spilling yet. Unlike in my last video when I used the Lutz slant razor, there was quite a bit of blood. But this video, or I should say for this shave, it's just nice and comfortable, very relaxing. Extremely enjoyable. And as far as do I recommend Zaza blades, you bet your bottom dollar I do. Well, that's just my experience. You may have a different experience with the Zaza blades. You may like them, you may not like them. They're a bit. Oh, actually, let me rinse off the face, dry it off, and I'll put the aftershave on. I'll give my opinion as to how good a shave it was. Didn't even have to reach for the stippling pencil, so that's a good sign. And I'm not feeling any stubble anywhere. Well, it's a little bit of stubble. But that's just because my face is wet. And as Douglas Smythe once said, Sometimes when you make your face too wet, your face will trick you into thinking you have more stubble than you really do. Something like that. Because since facial hair absorbs so much water, I gotta say, damn fine shave. I would recommend do I recommend Zaza blades? Yes, I would recommend Zaza blades. But get yourself a packet or two before you buy a whole box. Because Zaza blade, with any blade, what works well for me may or may not work well for you. Now to finish off with my dad's favorite fragrance, Grey Flannel. Give it a little shaka. This is the aftershave formula, just the formula version, just so you know. 4-ounce bottle, $13, bargain. Oh, that's a lovely scent, bro. Brings me back to childhood when my dad was a sharp-dressed man and whatnot. Oh, yeah. And I want to say thank you to my grandfather for the lovely razors and coffee mugs he sent me. They are definitely getting regular use, Granddad. So yes, they're, like you saw, I used the razor you gave me. And today was a great shave. Everyone have a good day. Have a good shave. See you next time, everyone.